Hey there guys, Coach Carrie Wilson here. I thought today I would share with you how my journey with Beachbody started. So in 2003, I gave birth to twin boys, Tyler and Trevor. They're absolutely amazing, my world, of course. And when they were born 2 months premature. I spent 4 months on bed rest. So coming out of that pregnancy, I had absolutely no muscle in my body. Well, I didn't have any time to work out either. And coming off of maternity leave, I went straight back to work in the mortgage business, which at that time was going insane, if you recall. The mortgage industry, the real estate industry was crazy. And so there was no working out going on. Well, in 2006, the company that my husband and I were both working for ended up closing their doors because of the crash. And my husband, and myself, and another business partner formed our own mortgage bank. And we thought that we could have a clean slate, and with our own loan production and my husband's knowledge, because he was the CFO of the company that we could make it through. Well, if you recall, the crash lasted way longer than anyone expected. So while we had been working diligently to keep our business going and doing everything that we could, the regulations and the financial requirements and actually the underwriting terms, it was so hard to get a loan back then. So even with our good intentions, we were struggling. Our business was struggling. And we were having a hard time financially because we were supporting the business. Well, and working these crazy long hours. So that and the stress really started to take a toll on both of us, actually. On me, I definitely had gained quite a bit of weight, probably my heaviest that I've ever been. Mark also, the heaviest he had ever been. And the stress, the unbelievable stress that we were going through every day of, one, are we going to be able to keep this company afloat? Two, are we going to be able to pay our mortgage? Because of course we had upgraded to the big house back in 2004 when things were going great. And, are we going to be able to feed our kids? Like, it was the stress was unbelievable. The weight of the world was sitting, I felt, on my chest. I would wake up at night having these crazy heart palpitations, sweating, stressing about what we were going to do, because my husband and I weren't even taking a paycheck, because we felt completely responsible for the people that we had brought into the company, that we hired, and their families, to keep them going. So needless to say, that took an immense toll on both of our health. Well, for me, I started to suffer some physical problems. As I told you before, I have hip dysplasia, and I have the imbalance in my legs. Well, that gives me some issues with my lower back and hips and neck. And in 2009, it really hit. And I was in so much pain, I could hardly put any pressure on my left leg. And I just really felt my body was like shaking. Like, I felt like I couldn't support, I don't know how to explain it, but my body couldn't support the structure that I had. And so I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and that orthopedic surgeon recommended to me this drastic surgery by which they were going to cut off the bone of my leg, make it longer, do all these crazy things. And I was going to be in a body cast for a year and then in rehabilitation for a year. Well, I was 35 and I had 5-year-old toddlers running around at home. And that just wasn't even an option at the time. Like, who is going to chase after these twin toddlers that for 2 years? Like, no, that's not going to work. So, he said, well, then get a cane. And, I don't like to be told that's not possible. And anyways, we got home and Mark and I had some long discussions, and he was like, babe, I've been seeing this fraternity bro of mine, Dave, has been doing these workouts, and I saw the infomercial last night for this workout called P90X, and I think I'm gonna buy it. And two thoughts came to mind. One is, you're insane, because I can't even move. I'm on crutches. Like, how am I supposed to work out? And then the second one was, you're insane. We can't afford it. I'm literally digging in the sofa to find change to buy milk. Like, we're going to spend this money on a workout program. You're crazy. And he was like, I'm doing it. I'm ordering it. We're going to start it. And you'll just do what you can. And so he bought the program. And yeah, for the first 30 days, it was really challenging for me because I was having this pain in my hip, but I modified and I did what I could. And by the end of 30 days, I started to see big changes in my body, not only in my weight, but in my strength, and strengthening my core and strengthening my back. And as a result of that, I wasn't having as much pain in my hip. And so we kept going so crazy that we would even, like, we went camping and we packed the weights in our trailer, and we were doing the P90X workouts out of our car with our DVDs. So, but anyways, by the end of that 90-day period, I felt amazing. I felt so strong. I felt great about myself, and really kind of a weird result of that is having done those workouts and putting in the time to take care of ourselves, our fitness, our health, really gave us the clarity to make some really tough decisions for our family financially and for our business, that we were just so wound up in the stress of the moment of what we were in, of all of it, that we just couldn't even think of anything. So getting the one thing that we could control, our health and fitness, getting that under control really opened up it made so much clarity for the rest of our lives. So I just wanted to share that part with you too. But also completing P90X led me to do a couple of triathlons. Actually, I did my first sprint triathlon in 2010 with my girlfriend Heather, and since then I've completed countless sprints and several Olympic distance. I've also run a couple of half marathons. I've done a 100-mile bike ride. All of these things that the doctor told me I would absolutely not be able to do because of my hip, and I'm not walking with a cane. Actually get out and run and exercise. And I originally tried to be a Beachbody coach in 2009 after I had such amazing success with P90X. I thought, you know what? I want to share this with everybody. I really want everyone to see what I've done. Well, it also wasn't the right time for me to be a coach because we still had so many other things going on in our life that we needed to straighten out, tough decisions that we ended up having to make, and really kind of rebuilding our lives from the ground up, that I stopped coaching. And when we moved here to Coronado in 2014. Yeah, 2014. And I met up with my friend Monica. And she said, why don't you do this 21-day fix with me? Because I had left all my workout partners in Hamul. And I was like, I had amazing results with the Beachbody program before with P90X. Why not try the 21-day fix? And so I said, you know what? I also think I want to sign up as a coach. So I re-signed up as a coach, started with the 21-day fix, and absolutely fell in love with the program because of those silly little portion control containers that changed everything. Because even though I gained strength and mobility back with P90X, I never really understood the meals, the meal plan. And those silly little containers have revolutionized the way that I look at, or just made it super easy to eat right. And so after 3 rounds of doing the 21-day fix, I was talking to a girlfriend who was a fitness competitor. And I was like, I think I might want to do that, even though I said I would never do that. And she's like, well, then of course you should do it. So I signed up for my first fitness competition last year. My first competition was in April of 2015. And I got second place in the 40 and over, and third place in the 35 and over. And I used 2 programs to train for that. I used Body Beast and I used 21-day fix. I also did go, in full disclosure, to train at the gym 2 days a week with my competition team. And so the rest of it, the 5 other days of the week, I was left to my own program, which was Body Beast and 21-day fix. It's been an amazing journey for me. I'm running challenge groups, and I'm helping others get back what maybe they lost from having children or from running stressful jobs. And I absolutely love it. There's nothing more rewarding. And just this January, I looked at my husband and I said, I do not want to be in mortgage anymore. I want to dedicate 100% of my time and energy to health and fitness and being a Beachbody coach. And he was like, you know what? Go for it, babe. I believe in you. So anyways, that's my journey. That's where I'm at right now. I'm a full-time Beachbody coach. I do almost 100% of my workouts here at the house using Beachbody DVDs, and I absolutely love it. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Thanks for listening to my story.